What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video here at Red Dirt Reptiles. For those of you who don't know, I'm Corey Samples. And for those of y'all joining us again, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about leopard geckos again. Of course, today, we're going to talk more about enclosures. But I figured I would bring my son's leopard gecko out. This is his year-and-a-half-old adult male. However, yesterday we touched on the topic of what happens when a gecko loses its tail. And if you'll go back and watch that video and look at Mia when I touched on the topic and told you how it would grow back, if you look at my dude right here, this is what happens when a gecko accidentally drops his tail. Now, he didn't drop this tail out of defense or nothing like that. Quite honestly, this is my son's very first reptile and had a little accident and got his tail smashed. But he has since recovered, and that was about a year ago. He's done absolutely wonderful since. We doctored it and took care of him. He's amazing. As far as enclosures go for these guys, you know, a 10-gallon tank is really good for an adult, but to be honest with you, for one adult, I wouldn't go no bigger than about a 40-gallon tank. Of course, we use front opening enclosures like I've mentioned before. However, you know, you can use the top aquariums, you know, if you'd like. We prefer the front opening due to how easy it is to get to the actual animal. However, we keep all our guys in 20-gallon aquariums. When we're single casing them like this, if we're doing doubles for breeding purposes, would be 40 gallons. Let's see, they can be kept on carpet, sand. You can do mulch, you can do paper towels. A lot of times as babies we do paper towels, just right, you know, us keepers out there, just because it's easier to maintain and constantly clean. The older they get, you know, the more areas they tend to find, you know, where they want to go at all times. So it makes it easier cleaning up. But as babies, they're still trying to figure it out, and they're pooping all over the place. And I know a lot of people that keep their adults on papers or newspaper, and that's okay too. Excuse me. We ourselves keep them on a cocoa fiber mixture, and it works really great. And then we also keep them on newspaper. It all really just kind of depends on how our month is going, honestly, what kind of look we're going to, because we're always changing up enclosures just so things look cool around here. Temperatures are sitting somewhere in the mid-80s during the day. Although you can have a basking light, these guys are nocturnal, so they're not going to come out too much during the day. And so really what you need is the temp gradient that a basking light or daytime light would provide. So you just need to keep it at about an even 80, 82. And nighttime heat would be somewhere around the low of 70, although ideal nighttime heat would be somewhere around 74 to 76. Humidity is definitely going to be kept at an all-time low outside of their humid hide. Inside the enclosure, you want to provide at least 3 hides. Okay, guys, at least 3 hides. You need a cool hide, a warm hide, and a humid hide, or a moist hide. If nothing else, you can put paper towels inside of a hide and spray it down with water once a day, and congratulations, you have created a humid hide. It's really that simple, guys. These things really are just that easy to take care of when it comes to enclosures, when it comes to maintaining in general. Under tank heaters can be used for controlling cage temperature, although, you know, to be honest with you, that's what a lot of us use, under tank heaters set on a thermostat that's time regulated. I do know a couple people that run heat gradient panels, thermo panels, and that's not bad either. You're keeping this, you know, keeping a steady heat, and that's always good. I can feel blue and going up my hat. However, you know, it's really kind of up to you on how you want to achieve heat, as long as you are keeping consistent heat. Now, these guys are nocturnal and they're normals, so due to that, they don't need UVB light. Some daytime LED, some really cool LED light would look really really dope. But besides that, there's not too much that would really, be of concern for them as far as lighting goes, anyway. So it's kind of nice. So I'm gonna let my son come around here. This is my son Cameron. Cameron,
Hello.
say hello to the world. This is his boy, and again, this is his first reptile, his first pet. They say not to handle these guys too much, but
That'll make them mean.
well, no, it's not that it'll make them mean, I feel. But I thought we'll let my son prove us wrong, and he has. I mean, this guy right here is just an absolute wonderful little guy. Super friendly, super lovey. Cameron's done an excellent job with him. Loves on him consistently every day. Takes well care of him. Sometimes we gotta tell him to clean the enclosure, but that's a normal child. But he's really mature for his age. He's done really good. And as you can see, his guy is well fit, well, healthy, and is thriving very well. Let's say that. And I don't have to do anything for him. That's the great part. And this is one thing, as I touched on yesterday, about being a great beginner pet or a novice pet. My son has quite a bit of experience dealing with us, being around the reptiles and all that. So this was a great choice for him as a first pet. And again, as you can see, they're not too terribly hard to maintain. And if you're doing it right, you can have a super lovey animal that looks absolutely gorgeous, like my son's male leucistic here. I couldn't ask for anything better out of Blue. He is just an absolute love bug and an absolute awesome part of our family. And again, my son's done really well. Again, we keep him, or my son keeps him, in a 20-gallon front-facing Exoterra enclosure. We have tried actual water hides for humid hides inside the enclosures, and they just don't like it. And we've tried this with multitude of them, so it's not just been the one that we tried with, but we have tried it with multiple, and they don't go in it. They prefer a humid hide. So again, if nothing else, just throw some paper towels in there and spray it down. I tend to use a little thicker substrate in there, and we soak it down so that it stays nice and wet. If you were going to be fancy schmancy, I guess you could put a misting system in there and kind of set it up to where it would mist into the hide somehow. 5-10 seconds. Once a day or twice a day, that would be cool too. But it's just as easy just in the morning to wake up and then move on about your day. By the time they wake up in the morning, it's still damp, and you may just give it 1 or 2 squirts and go on about your business. So, yeah. Cameron, again, man, hey, super proud of you, bro. You've done an excellent job with him. He's just an absolute love bug, and hey, man, I can't say enough. You've done excellent. Done excellent. So, from everyone here at Red Dirt Reptiles, we thank y'all for tuning in to another video. My son and I are going to go let Blue go back to his love bug cage. Actually, he'll probably go play with them. I'm going to go hang out for the rest of the day. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks again. We'll see y'all soon.